In a presidential election in Brookhaven, a candidate cheated and won. Furious, the loser called in a group of undercover detectives. The leader of the group ordered everyone to equip themselves in the armory. They drove to the cheating mayor's house. The detectives secretly entered the president's house. They neutralized the guards to investigate the presidential room. A new presidential election was called in Brookhaven. People formed a caravan supporting their preferred candidate. The caravan toured the neighborhoods, showing who the majority supported and the mayoral candidate who would make the difference. The gathering of people was in the downtown square, where everyone gathered. People gathered there because it would be the polling place to elect the new president. The candidates arrived, the election was about to begin, and the crowd in the square was euphoric. 95% of the voters chose the mayor they thought was best for the job. Those at number 22 wore clothes and carried signs indicating their support for the chosen candidate. They sang happily, convinced they had voted correctly. While only 5% voted for the other candidate, the good mayor was happy to be able to make a difference. But his rival was furious and refused to be fair in these elections. So, a week after the election, there at the White House. After the election, almost everything went well. But, unfortunately, the evil mayor committed fraud. He changed the election documents and, through fraud, was elected president. He obtained the key to the presidential office and had already begun governing. Meanwhile, the other mayor who won fair and square continued in City Hall, but would not leave things like that. Angry and upset, he called a group of undercover detectives to uncover the fraud. When the group received the call, their boss went to the corner of the hideout to talk to the mayor. The mayor asked them to go there so they could talk better. His boss summoned the group, saying that the mayor wanted their services and they should go. Hearing this, they went out, got in their car, and went to City Hall, for they had work to do, and the mayor needed them. Upon arrival, they parked at the main gate. The mayor who called them was waiting for them and went out to receive them. The mayor introduced himself and asked for each of their identities for security reasons. Once in the mayor's office, he explained everything to them, everything that had happened, and why he needed their services. The mayor asked them to uncover the real fraud behind it and bring it to him. The detectives, understanding the task, assured the mayor not to worry, and that they would return with evidence. They left the city hall, got into their car, and returned to their hideout, because now the real work would begin. Upon returning to their hideout, the detectives equipped themselves with all the necessary weapons to carry out this mission. They took the car and went to the house of the president who had robbed in the elections to uncover all the fraud. Upon arrival, they left the car behind and silently jumped over the wall, avoiding the guards so as not to ruin the mission. When they entered the president's house, they went to the back door. Upon entering, they were careful because of the mayor's security traps. They saw the guard, waited and attacked him when he was distracted. Once the guard was neutralized, they asked him to open the bedroom cell. They entered, scared the president, and took him to his office. They demanded proof of the electoral fraud, but he denied everything. As soon as the president said this, they searched the entire office from top to bottom, but found nothing. They went down to the presidential safe, looked for the papers of the fraud, and, after a long search, they found it. Cleverly, they proposed a deal. If the president gave them money and luxuries, they would not use the document. The president considered negotiating, but after much thought, decided not to accept. Even so, they stole all the money and took the document to give to the mayor who hired them. After obtaining the money, they told the president that they would flee in his helicopter. The president was furious as they had discovered everything and stolen millions from his safe and his private helicopter. The undercover detectives fled from there. Leaving the president's house with the helicopter, they flew to the house of the mayor who hired them. Upon arrival, they entered and told him everything that had happened to the president. The detectives took all the documents that incriminated the president for the electoral fraud committed. The mayor, upon reading the documents, was very happy, as now he could expose all of the president's electoral fraud. As a thank you, the mayor gave the detectives the president's money, as he only cared about the fraud documents. Then the detectives left, and everything was resolved. And if you want to earn free Robux, click on the link in the channel's bio.